the benefits of all the work that FFA does in addressing IUU fishing goes back to the heart of what we want to achieve here in the Pacific. It's that enables us to derive the economic benefits from the fishery, employment opportunities, but also ensuring we have sustainable resources so that our people can also fish the resources to feed their families and communities.
Recent quantification studies in the Pacific have identified that there is approximately $616 million of IUU product either fished or transshipped in the Pacific per year. Of that, $152 million is seen to be the direct economic loss to Pacific Island countries.
I think we are winning the battle, most definitely. Over the years we've seen a steady decline in illegal fishing activities, and it's a measurable quantity that it is declining by.
There are significant threats to the way in which we live here in the Pacific, to the way in which we manage our fisheries. The way that we've managed to address a lot of these has been developed over the last 40 years by having this regional cooperation, the Pacific Partnership, the brotherhood amongst us, to be able to implement different regional programs.
So one of the key strengths we have in the Pacific region is our ability to work together as a collective bloc of 17 countries with a same objective to sustainably manage our fisheries. And this is a very unique situation because it takes a lot of concerted effort, compromise, consideration and understanding and engagement to collectively take action as a bloc of countries. Many times a year we conduct and coordinate aerial and surface patrol operations throughout the entire Pacific region. Our regional operations are specifically targeting and detecting IUU fishing activity. The benefit of our regional operations is to specifically deter IUU fishing and ensure that no illegal activity is being conducted in our zone or in the high seas. The key risk areas for us are not illegal vessels. The more priority areas that we need to address are in relation to reporting violations, whether misreporting or non-reporting, and also post-harvest risks, which include illegal transshipment activity. And this differs from other regions throughout the world and shows the success that we have had and the success that we continue to make in addressing illegal fishing throughout the Pacific. The Regional Monitoring, Control and Surveillance Strategy for FFA members is our key policy document guiding our MCS efforts.
The Regional Fisheries Surveillance Centre was established in 2009. Its sole purpose is to provide MCS services to our members. And one such key service is the Regional Surveillance Picture. Essentially, this is a common operating picture that draws together analysed data on all vessels fishing in our region.
The Centre provides a really critical support to our members in addressing IUU fishing. More recently, the Centre has had operational control of the Regional Aerial Surveillance Program. This is a program that's funded by Australia. Australia has provided the operational control of the aircraft to the FFA, whereby FFA is able to deploy, schedule and manage the effective utilization of the aircraft to support our members' MCS needs. So the Centre conducts regional operations 4 times a year, involve all our member countries, so it allows for surveillance assets to be deployed.
This map that we have, it gives us the vessel positions and what vessels are doing. So we have signatures, we know where the boats are going and what the signature, the track pattern is. In the background we have information with licensing and other MCS information. So with that we are able to then put extra comments on whatever these dots are actually doing. Members can able to access this picture and just be able to click on it and the whole information comes up. So if a boat is actually involved in IUU, the information goes out via this picture.
When we find a red colored vessel, we flag the vessel to the country where the vessel is located in, and we give them the information and then they will do their own investigation.
I'll use one example for the Phoenix Island Protected Area where I was looking at a fishing boat doing patterns of fishing within a closed zone and be able to then extract that information at the same time and pass it on to the member country. And the member country then will be able to take necessary action on the infringing vessel.
It gives all the member nations the ability to pool their resources and topped off with the quads, the Defence Forces and Police Forces of Australia, New Zealand, United States and France. We've been able to get the ships to sea at short notice to investigate and prosecute any illegal activities that we observe out there. It's just a very, very powerful and capable organisation.
We continue to push the boundaries and develop innovative tools to enhance our current MCS capability. One such example is a project that we're currently working on, which is persons of interest. So when we think about it, it is not vessels that are undertaking the IUU fishing, they're being directed and controlled by persons. And so it's persons, the operators, the drivers, and sharing of information on persons who are involved in IUU fishing would greatly enhance the regional surveillance picture.
We have regional registers, we have vessel monitoring systems, we have shared operational data that we have amongst the entire membership, and so we know what's happening out there. We've got eyes everywhere.
Electronic reporting is just entering and sending of catch and all this data from the vessel to the office via satellite devices. Before that, we were using manual reporting where a log sheet is handed out to the captains and they fill it manually using pens or pencils. And we found a lot of challenges. The handwriting is not clear, the missing fields, some missing pages, and some use their dialects. Moving into reporting, we managed to receive those log sheets. It's just a click of sending it, and we can have the catch for the day and the data for the catch for the day.
Fisheries observer programs that are in place, the standards we've developed so that we have a shared understanding and training requirements across the region for observers that are out there monitoring fishing activities, reporting back to us what's happening out there so that we can really understand what happens at sea. Issuing each observer with satellite communication devices. This allows them to use them independent of the vessel's electronic equipment. They're able to communicate with their programs. They're able to alert people monitoring their activities on land. It's really important that we're able to track where our observers are at sea.
The Niue Treaty Subsidiary Agreement is a great initiative from the FFA members, and what it sets in place is some unique features to continue to push the boundaries on how we combat IUU fishing. The way it's set up is that powers could be cross-vested so that officers and their vessels could go and assist in another party's waters. Going forward, this NTSA will provide a key platform on how we better conduct surveillance and enforcement activities in the region.
I think there's a lot to learn from the Pacific region. We had a study tour earlier this year where we invited some countries from the Indian Ocean, from African countries, and we were able to share our experiences about what FFA has been doing in the last 40 years of working here, building the corporate trust amongst our membership. It's a very different context into which we operate here in the Pacific because this work has been undertaken over the long term. We definitely could share some of these initiatives and programs with the rest of the world.
The key platform for combating IUU fishing in our region is cooperation. That is our Pacific way, and it is the only way that we are going to ensure a successful, a secure, a safe, a prosperous region for our people.